Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's Monday and I thought, I've been trying to get back into reading, and last night when I was coming up with content ideas, I thought actually that could be a fun but challenging video. Reading 7 books in 7 days is gonna be difficult. I've already chosen now which 7 I'm going to be doing. And it's currently almost 20 past 7, so I'm starting this later. I've decided for day 1 that I'm going to read From Potter's Field by Patricia Cornwell. It's to do with crime and FBI and forensics and a murder, and I thought it would be a good way to get myself in because it's 405 pages, so but it's small, it's a small book, so it should be easy to do. I'd like to point out, despite the fact that it looks rough on the edges, I haven't read this book. It is second hand. I can't remember why I got it. I think it might have been my mum's, or it could have been one that I got free from my secondary school, because they every now and again they would just get rid of these books and I would take more than one. You know how the signs say just take one? Yeah, we take an extra one or 2 at a time, but the librarians didn't care because often people wouldn't take them, so it was I don't know what book I'm going to read tomorrow, but I've got Terry Pratchett, The Amazing Maurice. I've got Peter Carey, True Identity of the Kelly Gang. I've got Seventh Decimate by Stephen Donaldson. I tried reading this book. I think I tried reading this book, or did I only read the first page? But I definitely know I haven't read the book. Then I've got A Twist of the Knife by Becky Masterman, and I definitely haven't read this book. I've got Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan. I know I did a read with me on this, or did I do it as an ASMR? I can't remember. But I read a few pages of a chapter, but I haven't read this book. This is the biggest book. It's 800 pages, and I'm not kidding. How many pages does this have? Okay, so it's probably more 700 and 728. So that's going to be probably more of a weekend one when I'm not working, probably more a Saturday. Then the one I'm slightly cheating on is Magic by Angie Sage. Now, I read this book in year 8. Brief points of the plot always stuck with me, but I haven't read it in so long and I really want to read it. So that's the only time when I'm reading a book that I've already read. But because I read it so long ago, I don't remember it, what goes on in it and all that. And actually, because I couldn't remember the name of it until last year after I stumbled across it and then got it for Christmas, it was I've been wanting to read it again for so long, just because it's been a plot that's always stuck in my mind. So need to get on with a lot of reading, because 405 pages is quite a lot, and it's I just opened it up to a random page, but there's a decent amount of words on a page. But I'll update you guys later on tonight. It's currently 5 to 10 at night, so what, 2.5 hours later? Is it about that? And I've read 106 pages. That's to start chapter 7, and so we all know that I'm not going to get this book finished by tonight because I started too late. But as long as I finish this book and another book tomorrow, then I'll still be on track. I'll let you know what I got up to by 12 when I go to bed, but I'm definitely not going to be at 405 5 pages. So, but I've just been reading like non-stop. Like after I uploaded the video, and then like I didn't properly start reading till 8. I read like a chapter before, but that was it until probably about 8:30ish maybe. Was it until 8:30? Possibly earlier, probably more like 8:10. But I'd break the silence every now and again to check my analytics and just sort of like see how my video is. And honestly, I'm just talking for this bit because my mind needs like a break. It needs a mental break from reading. Like, it is going to be tired by 12 and I'm going to wake up at 6 and work and do all that. And I've still got a little bit to do in terms of schoolwork that's due in for the 22nd, which is Friday. Tuesday is the 19th, Wednesday 20th. Yeah, Friday. Which I'm not happy about, but I think once I've done that, until I get given more CPD work, I'm okay for the moment. But let's get back to reading. It's currently just before 11:25, and I'm gonna stop reading today. Like, I've read non-stop for the past couple of hours that my brain cannot take anymore. I've read 202 pages, so I'm halfway through the book. So that's obviously great. I've read since like 8. We'll say 8. Since like 8:10. So 3 hours and 10, 3 hours and 15. And honestly, that's a lot. So when I wake up, I'll read some more. Like, I won't read it all in one go, like very early on in the morning. That's just too much to handle. But I'm gonna get more of the book read so that I can then prepare myself for reading the second book, which I'm thinking, if I do the big book, which is Blood Song by Anthony Ryan, I'm thinking if I start that one tomorrow, at least I can get the bigger book out of the way and I don't have to worry about it at the end of the week. But I'm just mentally exhausted. I didn't get much sleep like last night anyway, and then I woke up at 6, so it's not great. But I just need to clear my bed and sleep, like literally just sleep. But I'll see you guys bright and early for Tuesday. It's now Tuesday night and it's 10:10 and I have finally finished From Potter's Field by Patricia Cornwell. I didn't start reading the second half till maybe 5, but that was only like a chapter or 2. But I had 2.5, I had 200 pages to go. I finally finished it. Honestly, it was a good book. And I do like this sort of thing. I don't think it's as good as Michael Connolly's Trunk Music, which is sort of in a similar style. I just felt more captivated by that book. I know I haven't mentioned it in this book, in this film, in this video, but it's along the same style. And it's just so good. And I seem to be liking the crime books at the moment. But now, like I said last night, I'll be starting Blood Song. I've probably chosen the wrong book to start tonight, but like I said last night, get this book out of the way because then all the other books are short. However, I was also thinking, like, obviously I'm doing this over 7 days, but I didn't start reading From Potter's Field till late last night, so technically it's only been a day. So if I happened to run over onto what would be classed as an 8th date, I wouldn't be too mad, because in terms of time it's not been 7 days yet. So that's something to bear in mind. But I can probably read about 150, 200, but this book is bigger, a little bit bigger in size. You see, it's taller and it's a little bit wider, so more words, longer pages, and also like the wordings, like the words are fairly small, so it's gonna take me longer. But then again, was the text the same size? No, the text is a little bit smaller in this big book by Anthony Ryan, so wish me luck, because but yeah, one book down, 6 to go. Why didn't I make this a 5-day challenge? Why? It's now 11:05 and I've read 69 pages, which is pretty much what I predicted, and that's 2 chapters. I got to the page number I predicted. Is literally there on the book. You see that? There. And I've got to there. But it's a good book so far. Obviously, because the pages are longer, it is literally taking me like a minute per page. But I don't want to read till 12. I want to... Because for some reason, when I read loads and loads, I just seem to get a little bit hot. And it's just like weird. But anyway, I want to watch a few YouTube videos that I want to do, because that I want to watch because I have my post notifications on. And honestly, I don't know whether this will be a book that I just read a little bit every single day till it's finished and just have another book on the go, so at least then I get the book done, because I'm supposed to start a new book tomorrow, so it's like, and actually I will be starting a new book tomorrow, and I've chosen A Twist of the Knife by Becky Masterman, and this is another crime one. This is actually another crime one. Like, that is crazy. I literally just picked it out because I've not read it, and it just happened to be a crime one. I picked this out from the works and it was £1. Granted, it was paid for by my mum, but only because she bought my sister a little something, so she was getting me something, and so I got 2 books. The other book I will be reading later in the week, but this is another crime book, so I should get through it easy. A Twist of the Knife only has 306 pages, so it's the shortest book yet in terms of page numbers, because this was 405, this is 728, I think it was, so this will be my shortest book, so it's probably the best book for me to read tomorrow, seeing as I've got a massive book to finish. I'm partly regretting choosing like such a large book, but I haven't read such a large book in a while, so it's also good because it's like a challenge, and it's also going to make me feel like really accomplished when I finish it. But I will see you guys on Wednesday when it comes to me reading this book. Like, I'm actually excited to read this book now that I've read FBI. Like, I know what it's about. Like, every single one of these other books has been FBI. Was this FBI? Well, yes. It was. This person was a consulting forensic pathologist for the FBI. But, so, I'm actually really excited because it's another crime one. And like I said, it's short. It's still Tuesday, and I've just realised that one of the books I picked out I read before I started my 2020 reading list, like writing the books down that I'd read. So I had to pick out another book, still written, but I had to pick out another book because I had like the plot of the book in my head, and it was like, what book is that from? Like, I was trying to think, what book is that from? Then I was thinking, wait a second, is it from that book? And it was. And I had to like read the start of chapter 5 to fully remember, so I had to pick a new book. And again, this one, it's another crime, and it doesn't mention FBI though, but it's to do with like a deputy chief police, and it's in New York. But yeah, it's another crime. And this book I didn't buy, like that book I didn't buy, and I wasn't gifted either. It was actually from a box in front of a neighbour who lives down the street. They were giving away books, and like they would just like take one. I ended up taking two because I saw that nobody was taking them, so it was like, well, because honestly there was no other reason for me to have this book. And so I got this because it sounded interesting. I can't remember what the other book I got was. I need to find that out because I'm curious now. But I've now picked out another book, and it has, oh, it's a shorter one. When I say shorter one, I don't mean that short. It has 358 pages, and even then, this one's to do with like fighting. It's like more medieval. I don't remember why. I don't remember the other book I got, but I know I got this one. It's Wednesday morning, and I've just done a bit of reading. All I did was read a chapter. However, it was a long chapter. I've literally read almost 60 pages more just from another chapter, but I wanted to get a little bit of the reading done now so that I didn't feel as pressured tonight, and so that I could actually do something that's not reading, because I honestly feel as though reading is taking up so much of my headspace, and it's taking up so much of my time. Like, usually if I was to read a book, I'd read it over a few days, not a book a day. So it's tiring. It's just a long task. But those 60 pages were from a blood song, or blood song as it's called. But now that I've got 60 pages done, like 60 more pages done, I'll get on with my day and then read that a little bit more later, and then also read another book. So I know I'm going about this in a really awkward way because I'm reading it bit by bit, but oh well, it's just what it is, and yeah. It's currently 20 past 10 and I haven't even started reading the book. I literally just watched the Dora movie. Like, Dora and the City of Lost Gold or something. Like, so I've spent an hour and a half watching that. So now I'm going to start reading the book. Probably not going to get that far through, but this seems to be a continuous theme. I forget to read, and then I don't read till really late. I've got so many books to catch up on reading. I've got one to start and then one to finish. I read like 6 extra pages earlier today whilst I was waiting for something to load on my laptop, which is obviously great, but gotta start this now. So, wish me luck. Excuse the lips and how slightly messy they look, but I've only read 32 pages of that book, which equates to there on the book. Granted, there's only 305 pages, but seeing as I've got to read more of this book tomorrow and start a new book / try and finish it, honestly, I'm hoping that maybe my stepdad isn't home right at the start of Friday, because then that way I have more chance of finishing one of the books, because I'll have to sit with my sister, she'll be watching TV, so I can read. That's the plan. The reason why I'm struggling is because I upload 4 times a week. The video that's supposed to have gone live today, Wednesday, is now late, so it's going up Thursday, so it's almost as though I need to wake up at like 6 just to get everything done. And I actually tried to wake up at 6:30 this morning, but my body wasn't having it and clearly turned off the alarm. So I'm going to try that again tomorrow and hopefully use 2 hours to read something. But the thing is the text in this book isn't small. It's probably a similar size to the book Blood Song. I think I mentioned that, but I'm almost fed up of reading, but I guess I want to keep going. Now obviously it's Thursday, and for the first time I'm not actually wearing my pink fluffy scrunchie, but in terms of this book I've read 60 more pages, so when I read it tomorrow I'll be starting page 184, I think it was, so which is there. So a long way to go, because remember there's 728 pages in that book, and I've got till Sunday 3. Oh god, I've got 3 days, and I've only finished 1 book. I've read more of this book. I've got to page 76, so I'm further along. And then I also started Terry Pratchett's The Amazing Maurice, and I'm on page 71, but this is bigger text. And there is a few annotations, not many, but very few. So this book will be easier to get through. But tomorrow I need to figure out what I want to film, edit that and get it up, and look after my sister in the morning. So I think I'm going to be doing a lot of reading Saturday and Sunday, like no joke. However, in the morning my sister watches Milkshake, so I might get some reading in then, because I can't film then, if that makes any sense. But honestly, I think I might just like stay up to 1 or something to try and get through like a book, like further through a book. I don't know whether I'll choose this book just because it's so big, or this book, or the Terry Pratchett one. Because the thing is if I didn't do YouTube, then firstly I wouldn't be filming this video, but if I wasn't uploading 4 days a week, I'd have no problem with this. But because I've got so much on my mind. But then I was lazy today. Like, I never want to do anything during the day. I always want to do something at night. I'm almost like partly fed up of reading, or at least fed up of reading for long periods of time. But I also want to get this video filmed. So, and I haven't even decided what book is supposed to be like tomorrow's book either. I think I have, but I don't know. I think I've decided on the Whaleboat House, which is another crime type one. It's not FBI related, but so I think that'll be the one I do next. But I need to stop talking to get on with reading more, but I thought I'd update you guys. Okay, so book update. I've read this book. I've read The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. Obviously I started this yesterday and finished it, but I haven't finished any other books. Haven't read a single page of any other book because I thought this is such a short book that by reading this it gets the book ticked off. But I haven't started today's book, which was The Whaleboat House by Mark Mills. And honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about with a slightly bigger text. Like, how is that a slightly bigger text? The book I'm starting tomorrow is Magic by Angie Sage. This has got bigger text, like that is bigger text, and it's shorter in the sense of height. Because even though it's like 500 pages, which probably works out the same as the 300 page books, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Tomorrow I know I'm going to have to look after my sister for a little bit, and she's going to have to watch TV in my room for a bit, curfew her. And so I know I'm going to have some time in the morning. I also need to film content for Sunday though, so that's a little bit of an issue. But I'm hoping I can get through Make a Twist of the Knife by Becky Masterman. Like I said, I haven't read any more of that. However, I did read more of it last night. Or did I read The Amazing Maurice? I can't remember. I don't think I picked it up. But good book. Just I've overwhelmed myself with books. And I thought of myself earlier, like maybe it'd be fun to do this like later on in the year, but with ebooks, because I would play on my tablet in the middle of the day, so maybe if I was reading ebooks, I might actually look at the book during the day and read it, that sort of thing, and add to my reading count for this year, which I need to add the book to my reading count. Because I think so far this year I've read, I think it's like 7 books. It's Friday and it's supposed to be the best day of the week. Obviously days partly blend together, and I finished A Twist of the Knife by Becky Masterman. It is a good book. There was like a plot twist, like something I wasn't expecting, but it was good. I've literally been reading for maybe like 6 hours today, and I'm not joking, 6-7 hours, and my brain is frazzled, so I'm not reading anymore tonight. It's 11. No, it's not 11. It's only 10. But I'm not reading anymore tonight. Like, I cannot. My brain cannot cope anymore. Not today. But, like I said, I finished this book. I read a lot of the book. Like, I read at least 150 pages of this. So that's that. The book that is really large, I've only read 30 more pages. I honestly regret having this as one of the books, because if it's like a 300 page book, I wouldn't be worried about it. The book that I was supposed to have read and finished yesterday, which was The Whaleboat House, I read 10 pages of. Like, literally 10 pages. I'm about to start page 11, like, but I wanted to be able to say I'd started the book. And then, like, I have just finished this book. Like, what I did was I read loads of that book this morning. I then stopped and I read some of the other books. So with Magic, which is today's book, I've read 94 pages. Some pages are like short and have like, that's the front page, so it has an illustration on, and then there's the odd page that has like an illustration on, but it's bigger text, so I'm thinking I'm not going to have as much of an issue with this one. Like, obviously tomorrow is the last day, like, and technically in terms of time I've got till like 8 o'clock Monday, but in terms of the actual days I need to finish it by tomorrow night. So, and then I've got a book for tomorrow, which is The True History of the Kelly Gang by Peter Carey, which is 424 pages. Great. So tomorrow I'm going to have 5 books on my hands. I know that, no, not 5, 4. I twisted the knife in, like, my viewpoint. So I've got four books tomorrow. I can definitely finish these 2. Most definitely. Like, because of how, like, it didn't take me long to get to the 94 pages. I think it did maybe only take me an hour, possibly. I spent an hour, so it shouldn't take me too long. But then again, it's going to take me like 4 more hours. But this book, probably about the same amount of time as the previous one. This is 50 pages longer though than this one. God knows, like, I'm not going to be able to finish that tomorrow, and then I'm somehow going to have to find the time to read another 400 pages, like, and I think it's like 464 as well. No, 424. So let's just say I wish I'd read more at the start of the week, and I'm now just feeling burnt out from reading. Like, who would have thought that you could read so much that you just can't, you don't want to read another word. I just want to play Sims 4 and all of that, and honestly I can't. I'm currently going through it with a Strongbow dark fruit cider. I don't recommend drinking alcohol, and I don't drink alcohol often. Like, literally I'll have a can, one can every weekend. Like, it's a 440ml can. Like, I don't drink alcohol. I was drinking it, and I think because I'm so, like, tired from, like, I'm just so, like, tired of reading, that I probably slowed down a little bit. But I know I finished the book in the time that I thought I would. But then I also think I should wait to play Sims 4 I should wait till like Monday to play Sims 4 when this challenge is behind me and I actually got time to do stuff. Because the thing is, it's Sunday's video. Even though I filmed, like, I've got 2 other videos like filmed, I need time to edit them, and I can't do that when I've got reading to focus on. And so tomorrow's video, the Sunday video, got no clue when that's going up, no clue when I'm going to film that tomorrow, because somehow I'm going to find time to film that, and it's just, I kind of wish I'd set this challenge like another week, but it's Friday. No, it's not Friday, Saturday. What? Ugh. It's Saturday. Did I say it was Friday at the start? I just don't want to read another word. But this book, in terms of keeping with the challenge, I can't start this book till tomorrow. So I can't even help myself out with that one. And this is a sort of to do with crime, but it's like related to like Robin Hood, but like probably more modern times, that sort of thing. But I have no clue. Part of me thinks the text is a little bit bigger, but then I also think, is it really? Like, is it really? But so I should really read till 11, then play Sims 4 if I really wanted, but I don't want to. Like, I know if I read till 11, I could like, with my tired brain and all that, I could probably get another 50 pages done. But it's currently the reality I'm living under. I don't think I'm going to want to read a book again for like another 2 weeks after this. I'm so fed up with reading. So fed up. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I couldn't be bothered with reading today. I read some more of was it Whaleboat House? Can't remember. I haven't got the book to hand. It's the other side of my room and can't be bothered to get it. But not only that, I haven't even read a single page of The True History of the Kelly Gang by Peter Carey. I've not read it because I've just been so, over the past few days, I've just felt so burnt out from reading on this video that I just couldn't do it today. Like, I just couldn't do any more. And so I didn't. I've read probably about 20 pages from The Whaleboat House. That was this morning, and I lost all motivation to do it. I will finish the books that I had started. So Magic by Angie Sage, The Whaleboat House by Mark Mills, which I discovered last night was actually signed. Yes, it was actually signed. And also Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan, and I will also read The True History of the Kelly Gang. So all in all, this week I've only completed 3 out of 7 of the books, which, if you think about it, is pretty impressive. And if I was to do that for 50 weeks of the year, that's 150 books I could read over the year. I'm not going to. It sort of just goes to like, if I wasn't doing YouTube and I just set this as like a challenge that I was maybe only documenting on Instagram, then I'd probably have found it easier because I'm not having to think of other content and edit that. So, and also uploading 4 times a week is a lot of work. It might not seem it, but it is a lot of work, and tonight I'm going to be editing. It's also rewarding when you get to have those comments and like make connections and just talk to people. It's rewarding in that sense. And so I love what I do, but creating content and the stuff, like the amount, like I probably slept off on reading right at the start of the week for like the first 2 days, and then picked up the pace, and just since then I've not been able to get back on track. And it didn't help that I did set myself that 700-page book. Granted, I still probably wouldn't have finished it, but it would have felt easier and it wouldn't have felt as daunting. So I didn't read 7 books. I didn't even read 4 books, which is more than half. I probably read, in terms of pages, I probably read what would have been a total of another book, but... And also last night I did read some more of Magic by Angie Sage. I think I read maybe about 60 pages more. I think it was about 60. So I did read more after spending time on Sims, but I just couldn't do it anymore. I'm going to put my hands up and say I could not do it anymore. And that's okay. Let me know in the comment section whether you've tried this challenge, whether you, I don't know, be honest, do you think I slacked? Do you think that this challenge was attainable? If so, let me know how I could have gone about achieving it. Obviously apart from playing on my tablet during the day, but make sure you hit that like button so I know that you guys like this content, so that other people can see it and watch it and like it. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I'd love for you to join my channel. As I'm filming this, I'm at 286 subscribers, so like my next mini goal is 300, but like the goal for, like the larger goal for the year is 1,000 subscribers by the start of September. So please make that happen. Please let me achieve that. I've been doing YouTube for 3 years now, and so it just means the world to have all this effort. Realize that it's paid off. Like, And even though I know I won't be any different, it's still going to be like an achievement. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.